Good morning, this is Jack from Charging the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 19th of September. My disclaimer, it is for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chargingthemarkets.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, I've actually just written a post, but I've only just published it, so you probably haven't seen it. So if you haven't seen it, have a look at that. In terms of the short term here, I've been looking over because today is the first day of basically the bearish window. It's OPEC, so we may not need to see a lot of we might see mainly a lot of sideways, but we have got a pretty strong history of closing red today, and that is. Hang on, wait a second. On SPX, we tend to close 23% green, which is pretty low. So I am expecting to see some bearish action in all probability today. The setup seeing that isn't bad. We don't have any negative divergence on in ES, but we've got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed on NQ, got a full size one fixed on YM, and we've got weak sell signals fixed on DAX and ESTX. Is it absolutely positive in the sense of the first ones I posted at the start of September? No, but it's encouraging. In the short term, we've seen higher highs. We've got some possible part form topping patterns here on EF, NQ, given to us obviously on the day of the Fed interest rate. We've got a possible level top here on RTY, got a possible level top here on YM. It's encouraging. We shall see. What I was saying about overall on this was the on the bigger picture, on the RTH charts and so on, this is encouraging for a move without actually being a particularly strong setup. In terms of the short-term setups, this current move is from obviously the bigger move is from the April low, but the shorter-term move is from the August low. Do we have some decent-looking setups there? Yes, we've got a very nice rising channel on SPX. And we've also got a possible rising wedge from the September low as well. On the Qs, different here because we spent all of August basically going sideways. But we've got a nice looking rising wedge from the September low. On Dia, we've got a decent looking rising wedge, nicely touched yesterday on the resistance trend line on Dia. And on IWM, two things to mention there. We've got a decent looking rising wedge again from the August low here, slightly overthrowing at the high yesterday. And we have a, on the daily chart, we've now actually made the IHS target. The IHS target is a retest of the all-time high on IWM at 242.35, and we have gone through it. So not really expecting anything. I'm not thinking this is the second high of a double top or anything like that, but nonetheless, that was a big target. We've been working towards it since I first posted it on the 3rd of June, and we made it. So that's now signed off, and this wouldn't be a bad time to see a bit of a retracement there. We've got some bearish leading tape into the end of the month. We're hitting a load of short-term resistance trend lines. There is a decent setup for some retracement or consolidation. Am I seeing any high-quality topping patterns here? Not really. Decent looking double top here on IWM actually. There's not a bad looking one on Dia. Is it a nice set like the ones we were looking at the highs in February? No. These are small. And while I think they've got a decent chance of playing out, this isn't the amount of conviction I was hoping for. What I was hoping for was more hourly sell signals and more daily sell signals, and actually we lost the RSI 5 sell signal on IWM with this move up yesterday. We've still got the weak RSI 14 sell signal, and in terms of the SPX and Qs charts, we've got possible weak RSI 5 sell signals brewing on both. But again, I was ideally hoping for full size sell signals. We haven't got them. What we have got on two markets that are correlated is that we do have on bonds, which I'm expecting, which went up on the expectation of the interest rates, and have then, I'm looking for some retracement here. We've got a daily sell signal here, which hasn't made target yet, and I'm expecting to. And we've got corresponding buy signals on TNX. weak RSI5 buy signal there, and TYX, which has a full-size RSI5 buy signal there, and I'm expecting those to make target too. And those are correlated, so those have got decent signals. And actually, just to mention, I don't usually talk about crypto here, but crypto I would also expect to go with it. I've been looking for a potential daily sell signal, daily RSI5 sell signal on Bitcoin, which could be setting up basically A, B, C to go down here, and that is trying to fix on Bitcoin at the moment. I was looking for a retest of the high on Solana to set up an RSI5 sell signal brewing there, and that is also trying to fix with a small double top setup. These are correlated, and these have decent signals, even though equities have not. I'm thinking equities are likely to be weak over the next few days. The thing I also said at the end of the post was, am I seeing anything really here to suggest a larger high? And the answer is no. And one thing which very much closed that was showed that was that I was looking on the post at the patterns from basically the start of August. If I'd been looking for a major high, I'd have been looking at the patterns from the start of April. Those I wasn't looking at here. I'm not really seeing the patterns or the setups for it on a bigger picture, but that's fine because I've been expecting most of the year to see a possible big high here at the end of the year, and we're 3 months away from the end of the year. I'm not seeing. Have I seen anything to contradict that this week? No. I'm still leaning towards seeing that. So after a retracement here, I'm expecting to see more upside. Although it's possible we'll set up a topping setup here that could give us a larger retracement into October. All right, let's have a look at DX. Now, DX, just to mention, I was looking for a possible big low retest to set up a large double bottom that could set up a very bullish move, bigger picture move in the dollar, even though the administration isn't really helping this along with their policies. I'm thinking we may well have seen that. We could see easily a bounce into the 101, 102 area. And I'm thinking we could, well, there's a bull flag set up suggesting that we might see a retest of the high at 115. I'm wondering if we are starting that move. In terms of ZB, we got sell signals here. I'm looking for some more downside. We've got a possible 60-minute buy signal brewing here. But really, I'm expecting for this double top to make target. I'm not seeing an alternate reversal pattern forming here, really. I'm expecting to see more downside, but we might see a rally first. On ZN rather, not really seeing an awful lot to give us direction here. CL, we've been seeing a bit more downside here. Bigger picture, I'm still leaning short. On WTIC, I'm watching the monthly pivot particularly. So as long as that is holding, I'm really leaning towards, I'd really love to see it move down to retest the lows in the mid-50s. I think if we see that, though, we could be looking at a major low there. Looking at HO, again, we're seeing some weakness after the expected retest of this high this week. RBOB, again, seeing the same. NG, we were seeing a bit of a rally here, and I was wondering about this possible IHS here, but my preferred option was we would come back and retest this low. And we're making good progress for that. I think there's a decent chance we're going to deliver that. Had an opportunity to set up some positive divergence overnight. We didn't take it. I'm liking that low retest. I think that could well be the second low of a double bottom as and when we get there. On GC, we're seeing a bit of, after the last high, we have a nice looking bull flag. Retest the high. We might be forming another bull flag here, but it's less bull formed than the other. We did have 60-minute buy signals pretty much across the board. Hang on one second. 60-minute buy signals pretty much across the board on silver. That's now made the possible near miss target. On palladium, hasn't made the possible near miss target yet. Platinum reached the possible near miss target, and HG hasn't reached that target yet. I'm leaning towards these all making that at least the possible near miss targets. But I'm thinking that we might see a larger retracement afterwards. Not a lot to see really on the currencies here, just mirror image of what we're seeing on the dollar, but I am thinking we might be making a significant move up on the dollar here, and we'll see how that goes. On KC, coming down into a support area here, and I'm wondering whether that might be a possible opportunity for a head and shoulders to form to go a bit lower. Bigger picture, though, I'd like to see this go up at least a bit higher. Sugar, retested this low, possible little level bottom here. No current positive divergence, and we won't get any because we've rallied too far from the low, but a rejection will do just as well. and I'd like to see this level bottom play out. On CC, I'm thinking lean is this probably drifts lower, but we got an opportunity when we retest this low for the second lower double bottom, and we do have a possible weak buy signal. Hang on, wait a second. All right. Sorry, I put that down wrong. CT, possible significant low here, but really not getting traction off the ground at the moment. 60-minute sell signal reach target. Lumber, possible smaller double bottom forming here, but I think this may just be consolidating before it heads down. We have had a series of buy signals here, and they have actually been reaching the possible near miss targets. This may do the same. Doesn't mean we're going to see the double bottom play out though. On ZW, I think an IHS right shoulder may be forming here. Ideal right shoulder would be in about the 517, 518 area. On corn, possible little double top here. 6-minute sell signals reached possible there, miss target. I'm leaning long. Bigger picture, I'm leaning long on wheat as well. On soy, less certain. We could be forming a head and shoulders here, but the right shoulder is looking a bit extended now, and it was pretty ugly to start off with. 60-minute sell signal has reached the possible near miss target. On ZL, we have an IHS breakup here, and that's failed. Normally, that would deliver a retest of this low here in the 50 area. We've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed, not delivering anything so far. Live cattle, this started life as a double bottom, but failed on the monthly pivot. This now looks like a bear flag setting up a retest of this short-term low, which is obviously only slightly lower. HE, possible double top here, 60-minute sell signal fixed. Not been seeing any action to the downside though. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions, of which we have none. Okay, have a look at the post today. I'll be watching out for more patterns as they may be forming, but I think we've got this bearish window into the end of this month, and at the moment I'm pretty encouraged that we're going to see some bearish action, but I'm not looking really, at the moment, I'm not seeing much evidence to seeing anything dramatic. So we'll see if that develops. We may get patterns form up which will look more dramatic, but we haven't got them yet. So I'm just saying, don't get your expectations of downside too high, because we may not be seeing an awful lot of it. All right, great. In that case, that's a wrap. Everyone take care, and I will catch you guys again on Monday.